So we can speak about property and stuff, but I feel like this is more just about you, like girly stuff, like your era in business and all of that. Yeah, if you want to go on a rant, more than welcome to go on a rant.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I just give the people what they need to hear.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Hi girls, welcome back to another episode of Gals Like Me. Today I am joined with the very lovely and special, one of my really good friends, Ellen McDonald. She is an Airbnb consultant and she helps property investors get started in Airbnb. Say hi.
Hi.
So yeah, Ellen, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I got started in Airbnb about, I think, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I went from teaching to running a business, which was a big jump, a big culture shock.
Yeah.
I spent the last 4 years growing that business, growing my portfolio, helping investors grow their portfolio. Then I realised that business is not what you see online, social media. I'll be honest, got consumed by the business. Felt like I completely lost my identity, who I was other than a business owner. Said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm going travelling.
Yeah.
That turned into 6 months travelling, like rediscovering who I am, realising that life's more than business. And now I'm back in the UK on your podcast.
Good. So we've got the new Ellen McDonald in the studio. She is back in the UK. So we was like, do you know what? This is the perfect time to plant a podcast. And also we've not seen each other in so long. Her being in a different time zone as well. Our messages have just been back and forth, like it's been awful. So I'm actually so glad that you're here. And I feel like this has happened at a really good point for both of us, not just for you, but for me as well, like where we're both at. And knowing you for however many years it's been, like we have both grown separately, but like it's just crazy. Like if you know Ellen or what she does within property, I think a lot of people will know you from you're the girl that earned X amount in how much was it in one day? Because I know that was like
16 grand in a day.
16?
Yeah, it was 16 grand in a day and then 40 something in a month.
I'm sure it was 40 in a month. So basically she had gone from obviously getting involved in property and stuff all over social media. And 16 grand in a day, and then you did 40 grand in 1 month.
Yeah, I think it was 40 something in a month. I can't remember.
40 something. Don't let you forget the something.
Yeah, no, the something is key there. It's really important.
But yeah, I am just all for you on your new journey and like rediscovering yourself and within business, because I think from both of us, number one, getting involved in property is very hard, like very, very hard. And also it can be very lonely as well. Like you think that what you're doing and what you're pushing towards is like the goal, and then everyone else and online and all this peer pressure makes you feel like, number one, you're not doing enough, or number two, you're not there, or like whatever you've achieved, you need to be hustling and grinding so much more. And I think within that, I think we both just was like, I can't be arsed. Yeah, like I just can't be arsed.
Yeah, I feel like what I've learned this last probably like 6 months this last year, that I keep reminding myself and anyone who speaks to me, especially women, I think, because I do think men and women, they're different. They operate businesses differently. And we need to actually look at it like that. Yeah. You have to live the life that you want and follow people that are living the life that you want. Like I've been told so many times, hustle, grind, sacrifice, give everything to this business. Like if it breaks you, then you know you've gone hard enough. No, that doesn't make sense. No. Like that's not the way it needs to be. And I think you go on this journey and you do all that. You burn out, you give every moment to it, you sacrifice, and then it's like, okay, what's the end goal here? Yeah. And you have to take a step back and be like, actually, right. And this is where I'm at now, and I feel like you completely get that. It's like, I'm creating a life that goes with my business. I'm not my business. It's not everything. The money's not everything, because I've never cared about the money that much. And it's now like, what life do you want? What does that look like? And how do you create it?
I think I've always been naturally drawn towards you, because us as people, we're very different people as well. Yeah. But I think because you've always been so real and like, so like, mate, like I'm going to get this. Like we've always just become friends from that. With everything that you've been speaking about property-wise, and like obviously you have absolutely smashed it. Like I will give you have sacrificed, and she has grinded and done everything that she needs to do. But I think it comes to a point where, like what you just said, is you weren't completely happy with what your life looked like. Yeah. So talk to me about that phase as well.
Do you know what? So,
because I feel like we weren't really in communication. We were going through the same phase, I feel like, but we weren't really.
But I feel like everyone, when they go through that, like you don't want to admit it out loud. Yeah. And there's so many layers to it. Because for me, I think it was like, there was guilt of, I'm making a lot of money. I'm doing really well in my business. And I'm not necessarily happy with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you not be happy when this money is going into your bank? Like, your business is working and you feel like, well, I know I felt at that point, I was like, I feel like I'm being ungrateful because I'm not.
I fully hear that.
Yeah.
Like I know it sounds really cringy and really bad, but when I was obviously like going through heartbreak and everything, there was 1 month where I was like, I just wanted to make like X amount of money.
Yeah.
Mine isn't 16 grand, but it was 8.5 grand that I had in my bank in the space of 1 month. And that was literally from the breakup. And I had this money in my bank account and I was like, 8.5 grand. I've never made that much money and I've never seen that much like within the short space of time as well. And I remember sat there crying. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I should be grateful and I know, but you are right. You do feel so guilty because one of my goals, I wanted to always be like a teacher. That was my thing. Yeah. So once I'd exceeded that kind of salary, I just sat there thinking like, oh, you've done it now. And then you feel like before, I feel like when I first started, the idea of 6 figures and all of that, it used to like really scare me and intimidate me. Now I just think like that's pocket change. And it's like,
I love this.
It doesn't.
What is 6 figures?
Yeah, I know, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, like your eyes being open to money and stuff. But I think at that time, it's just like, I was getting it, like I felt like I was really getting somewhere, really doing something, but I just don't feel like I was in tune. Like I don't feel like it was in alignment to me. I think that's the word.
No, and I think that's key because it's like, who are you trying to be successful for and what's your view of success? Like, is your view of success having X amount in the bank? Is it having a relationship? Is it having your friends around you? What actually matters to you? Because it's like, you can have it all, but you can't have it all at once.
Yeah.
Like, you have to pick what's important to you at that point.
So what does your idea of success look like?
Do you know what? Success for me is waking up each day actually happy. Actually feeling like I'm...
Do you think that's a real thing though?
To be actually happy. I think you're never going to be happy every single day, and I think that's not true. But I think a lot of the reasons why I wasn't happy was because, like you say, alignment. I don't think I was being true to myself and what I wanted. And I was just trying to be what I felt like other people, and no one ever told me to be a certain way, but I'm a people, not as much now, but I was a people pleaser. So I'm always trying to think, what does each person want from me? Yeah. To be like the right fit. I was like that annoying student in school that wanted to get everything right and be perfect and all of that. Yeah. That was me. So even when I met people, I'd be like, how do I be the version that they want
you to be?
Yeah. And I think that's why I wasn't happy. Whereas to me, happiness now is being able to be the version of me that I want. Okay. Being able to like take my family out for lunch or dinner or what. The other day, me and my dad went to Tiger Rock, which is his favorite restaurant, for lunch. And I was like, this is smashing life. Like the fact that I can pay for it because it's tapas and tapas is ridiculous and it always adds up and he wants everything on the menu. Like, you know what I mean? It's little things like being able to do that. Just do it when I want, be able to pay for it, be able to book a flight and go somewhere and be able to stand on my own 2 feet because I don't like the phrase strong, independent woman don't need no man, right?
I'm not really for that. Like, I feel like women need men.
I would like there to be a lovely partner there. Like that is part of the end goal. That's the dream life. It's not me being single my entire life. Yeah. But it's that person, again, has to be with the right version of me. And I feel like I'm going on this journey of becoming the person that I want to be. I'm halfway there. I'm not fully there. Yeah. And like that person fits into that ideal life. In the future, I want to have kids. I want that with the business. I want to speak on stages. I want to empower women. Like that's what like gives me energy. So to me, that would be success because then I'm hitting all the things that I know I want to hit. The financial figure, there's not a figure in mind because it's like, I like the nice apartment. That would be nice. I want to be able to go buy things. I'm not a designer person. Yeah, you're not a brandy kind of girl. I'm not a brandy kind. I've got like a mark with things where it's like once it gets over a certain amount, I'm like, we cannot justify this. Yeah. And I like that price range. I love a good sale. So like the money has to just equate to me being able to hop on a flight and go somewhere. I love that though. Yeah. I think traveling is number one. Yeah. The biggest thing that you can do. And obviously with me and Ellen, we always update each other like on our travel journey. And over the past like year and a half, we have been doing like
very wild conversations, let's say in voice notes and stuff, like dating life, like
everything.
Business, like we'll update, and then we'll be on to like the next part of our story by then, like a whole chapter, and we're like, what? Wait, what a minute, like what's happened?
Yeah.
But no, I like your idea of success, and I think it's really important for you to understand that everyone's version of success is different. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And I think for me, it's like I've always known that I was meant for more, and that I wanted to be like a businesswoman kind of. But my biggest thing is that for me, there's nothing more than, let's say, having children and having a family. That's something that I've always wanted. But I think it's actually being present. Like, I want to be able to go to my kids' shows and actually like colour and this and that. Because although like I'm putting myself out on social media, I've always not been a phone person. Like, my phone has always been dead. Like,
that's why you never reply. You take forever to reply.
I'm being serious. I'm actually really bad, and people take it personal. That's why, like, if I speak to you or if I reply to you within a day, you should feel. But also, it's like I've had to. From property management, I've had to learn how to get back to people and how to reply. Before that, my phone was literally really dead. It's just, But anyway, I've never been a phone person. Like, if it was up to me and I'd have this house and like a beautiful garden, I would be in the garden doing some forest trail or something like that with my kids rather than just anything else. I think that, to me, that version of success. But I think, like you've mentioned, building that version of yourself, you have to do stuff or within business or whatever it is that you're doing to say that's not for me.
Yeah.
And I think that idea of guilt, like probably why I didn't say it to you as well, because I felt like I really wanted like to get into Airbnb. I really wanted to do property. And then once I was kind of there, I was like, this is not fully feeling right. And I feel like to admit that, number one, and then to also make those changes, number two. But I just feel like it is what it is. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what I think the problem is? I think there's so much strength in realising something's not for you.
Yeah.
And instead people go, they failed.
Yeah.
Oh, they've quit business. That's sad. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
No, they had the strength to go, I got the life. Turns out this life wasn't for me and I'm going to go on another path. But we don't look at that like that's successful. We look at it like it's a failure. And I think if more people were honest and said, okay, I got here and for whatever reason, it's not what I thought it was. It's not what I want. And I'm pivoting. Then
I think it's just more like, because I was doing it so young as well. I didn't fully know myself and fully what I wanted.
Oh my God. Like, I actually just love that you've just said that. I was thinking this the other day. When you start a business in your 20s, I think people don't take into account the fact that you haven't figured out who you are yet.
Yeah.
Because I look at all these like incredible women who inspire me, and they inspire me because they're there with the husband and the kids and they're running the business. And I look at them and I'm like, you can have a business and have a family. Like, you can have it all. But then I go, at what point had they figured themselves out before they started the business? Because
but also
we're trying to learn who we are.
With a lot of these women, which is why I have started the podcast Like Girls Like Me, it's because you see the business and where they're at now.
Yeah, you don't see
But they started about 7 other businesses before.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's like you always see that. But when you're in the middle of it and you're trying to figure it out, what is it and who do you look to or what? And I feel like that's the hardest bit of people actually being realistic and saying, do you know what, it wasn't for me, or I did this and
more people that say it, the easier it is for all of us. Because it's like, as you said, like there's things that we've not had conversations about. That I've had conversations where I've admitted like I'm struggling about this, and then someone else has come along and gone,
so am I.
I'm so glad, and I wish you'd have said that 7 months ago, because that's when I hit breaking point and nearly gave up on the business. And you're like, if we just
had that communication,
but no one wants to say it because they don't want to be like, they worry what people are going to say. And for me, it was this idea of like this image that I had in my head of a business owner. And it was like, well, I can't admit I'm feeling this because that's not the image of a business owner. But then when I look at all the women that like inspire me, it's like, because they're just being themselves. Like when you launched the podcast, I was like, yes, she's going for it. Like Alima doesn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck now.
She's doing what she wants to do.
It's really nice, but obviously me and you haven't spent a lot of time, but I feel like I've completely changed as a person.
Yeah, I said that when I saw you. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, like from the version that you knew.
Yep.
And I think also I was very like, when I first started out in property, I think I was very like scared of like messing up or this. And I think now, because I've probably messed up and recovered and this and that, I don't give a fuck. Like what you were saying, like I actually don't care. So I think it's stepping into that I don't give a fuck kind of era.
But I think, like, I was thinking this today, I was speaking to someone who had like bigger business than mine, like a big agency, international, like pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And loads of things went wrong in their business that we had to sort this week. And I was like, oh, like no one has it together. Like,
I just think if something's not going wrong every single day, do you even have a business or
exactly.
do you even do anything?
But I used to think with me, I'd be like, oh, it's going wrong because I'm bad at this. But then you realize it's going wrong because it's always going to go wrong, and it's just how you adapt and fix it and fight the fire and the next fire and the next fire. And
so talk to me a bit about the journey that you've been on over the past few months.
Oh my God.
Like, what even started the journey?
Do you know, Ral? Right.
Yeah.
2020. So I started my business, didn't I? It went very successful very quickly.
Yeah.
And I got very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I couldn't admit that I was overwhelmed. I couldn't admit, like I did admit it. Like, you know, I'm quite an honest person. Like I'll say things are falling apart, but I couldn't fully admit to myself where I was at. And there was just this disconnect where like I'd go home to my family and like the business element would switch off. And I literally, I remember it, right? Like it was yesterday. I was in my car driving, and you run a business on your own, it's friggin' lonely. You might not speak to people apart from like investors or clients for like a couple of days. You might not interact with people. And it was consuming me, and I'd drive home and I'd literally like burst into tears on like just before I got to my house. And it was because at that point, like there's something about being home in the safety of like your mum and your sister that just brings everything out. But I'd be like, what is going on? Like everything looks good on paper. And every time I'm driving home, I'm just like breaking. Or I'd get to our mum's house and I'd practically fall asleep at the table.
Really?
Yeah. My family were like, we're really worried about you because like we don't really care if you're successful or not. Like we're your family, we don't care. Like, and if you were truly happy with what you were doing, we'd support it every day. But you don't seem truly happy and you don't seem yourself. Like you've lost who you are. And then, so my sister is the least confrontational person you've ever met, right? Like
older or younger? I didn't even know you had a sister.
Yeah. So my sister's 8 years older than me, right?
Okay.
So she's a bit like a second mum.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't like confrontation. She hates like arguments. She doesn't want to, she's not the one who like says it as it is.
Yeah.
And we were on a holiday and I was getting all these messages from work and she just lost it, right? Which my sister's like never.
Not confrontational, doesn't argue.
And I can't even remember what she said, but she was like, you're just not happy. Like we all know you're not happy and like you're sat here and you're like, you're doing this and you're just not yourself anymore and blah, 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 blah. I can't even remember the rest of it. She was like, you just need to go away. Like you need to go on holiday. Like you love traveling. You've wanted to go back to Brisbane because I studied there for uni. She's like, you've wanted to go there for years. You just need to go away. And in my head, I was like, that's really great, Elizabeth, but like, it's not really realistic. Like, I'm just going to sack off the business for a bit and go on holiday.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, you really need to. And then I was like, I think when people close to you tell you something, people who have no agenda, like they don't want anything from you. Like they just want you to be happy. Yeah. I was like, fuck, like she's not wrong. Yeah. Like I wish she was wrong, but she's not wrong. Yeah. So I was like, right, I'm going to Brisbane just to see if like my heart still loves Brisbane. Yeah. And and then I looked and it was really hot in Brisbane at the time I wanted to go. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going. So then I booked the flight to New Zealand, but it was basically my promise to myself that like, you've got a business, it's successful, like it's working, but you're not happy. You're not motivated to make any. I had clients come into me being like, I want 20 properties, Alima. And I was like, okay, that's great. Like we've not really got time to like source that for you.
Really?
Yeah. I had one client who wanted 20, happy to pay the bespoke sourcing fee.
Wow.
Legit people with money, not the people who like turn around and like, oh, I want this.
As in fully sourced and
Fully
furnished?
sourced and furnished.
You're mad. 20?
Yeah, 20. I had one who wanted 20 and one who wanted 4.
No to that.
No,
but also at the same time, I understand if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
But this is the point. The point was like people.
Bearing in mind, guys, what is your bespoke sourcing fee, if you don't mind saying on camera?
At that point, it was 4.5 with VAT and then furniture.
How much do you spend roughly on furniture?
A deal's normally around 12. Anywhere between 8 and 12.
Yeah, I was going to say 8, but I thought, let me ask you.
8
So,
to
guys,
12.
let's just say
let's not pull it up.
surely that's not right. 8 times
Calculate,
20.
it's not calculate.
Yeah, about 160 grand.
Yeah.
160 grand, and you was not feeling it, so you were saying no. Mad.
No, but this is the point. And people would be like, just if you make more money, you'll be happier. And I was like, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
I don't have a money problem. I don't have a client problem.
Period. No money
Like,
problem.
But at that point, like it wasn't that. When I started, I was grafting for it. You know, there was times where I couldn't afford food to make this work. I'd made the money. I had the clients.
Yeah.
I didn't want it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, money's not making me happy. What is going to make me happy? And I literally said to myself, 2025 is not being a repeat of 2024. Like I'm not having it. Like at some point you have to just pick you and go for what you want. So I went, thought I'd be gone for like maybe a couple of weeks, probably like a month.
I swear to God, girls, this girl said she was going to, was it New Zealand
I was going
first?
to New Zealand and Australia. I was like,
And Australia, and that was it. I
4 to 6
thought,
weeks.
she's going to come home, perfect. Next thing you know, she's here, there, everywhere. No, I'm not coming home.
No.
I'm not coming home. I was like, what do you mean you're not coming home? She's like, no, I'm just going to stay out here. Like,
It's
she's like, I'm
working.
making more money. My
Yeah.
business is thriving. Everything's going well. And I was sat there thinking, do you know what? You do you.
But this is what's brilliant about it. I had people say to me like, don't go traveling. Like you're just running away from your business. Like, and I'm not a bullshitter, so I'll be honest. Like I was running away from my business. Like I'll hold my hands up, right? I was like,
Just be straight up, straight to the point.
You're not wrong. I am running, and I'd had it in my head. I was like, if I go, I had enough money to do like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I was like, if I go out and I enjoy traveling, like I'm just gonna like I might sell the rent to rents to keep going. Like maybe I'll give up the business. It'll be easier to give up the business from Australia than it will be to give it up from the UK. Like that was in my head. And then I went, and literally on the day of the flight, I had a deal come in that I was meant to be sourcing. And what's it called? They were like, oh, we're not going to go forward to the deal. I was like, fine, not a problem. I'm just going to take it in my own name. We just see what happens. Took that deal, and then everything snowballed. Like genuinely, like I actually believe that like God was looking down on me and was like, finally, she's actually doing what she wants, and she'll be rewarded for taking these steps, because everything just worked out. I think when I left, I worked it out before, I had 5 properties. I've got 14 rent-to-rents now. I've got 8 under management.
Yeah.
I went from going to give the business away to like, when I was actually happy.
That's basically, you've more than doubled the amount of properties. Nearly triple? Just one under triple, really, 14, from 5 to 14,
And it was literally because I was happy again. Like, this is why I really say, like, happiness is so important, because if you're not happy, your business isn't happy. And that's what someone had said to me like 2 years ago. They were like, Ellen, you need to go on holiday. Like, you're not happy, go on holiday. And they were another business owner, and they were like,
I think the key element in this, what you're saying as well, because I don't want people to just think, let me go on holiday.
Yeah, no,
it's holiday, but you like traveling.
yeah,
So
if
it
you
was
don't
go
like
and do
traveling,
something that
don't
you
go traveling, like
go and do
that's-
something that feels good to you, that you enjoy.
yeah, like a plane's not going to solve your problems. You know, like, it's not like you get on and like the happiness, they spray like happiness thing. It's not how it works. But I think it was just doing something that made me feel like I was living. Because I think with the business, I didn't feel like I was living. I felt like I was just coasting.
Do you know what? From you, if I'm being honest, Ellen, like, because I think I've gone through a weird phase with my friendships, but I feel like you were in a phase as well where you had so many people around you, but I don't feel like you had so many people around you at the same time. Because you've got like your close friends, but I feel like because of how big you went in your business, and like obviously within the property world is very like
very small community.
Like everyone knows everyone within the property, and if you're doing something that's blowing on social media or money wise, then you know about it. And I think people were more like, oh my God, that's like, when I'd go to an event, people are like, oh my God, that's Ellen, and I'm like, it's just Ellen, like she's just a person. But everyone's like, oh my God,
she's
that's
absolute
Ellen.
chaos when you get to know
Can
her.
I speak to you? I need to get some
that
tips.
freaked me out though. I don't think that helped me, because as well at that point I was like, I am making good money and it is all working, but like,
do you know what I mean though? Like, you had that many people around you, but I think sometimes when you take a step back, like for me and my friendships and stuff, I took a step back, like, who is it that I actually, without being transactional, or
that's could just
for
mic drop there, without being transactional.
Without being transactional, what do some of these people add to my life?
Yeah.
And I think someone to have a similar business to you is not a good enough reason to be friends with someone. Like
No.
because what I was saying on the podcast before this one is that so many people are just dry, like they've got no personality, nothing going on. And I feel like you can tell with me as well, because I've got
You
a
have a
mad
personality.
resting like bitch face, and you can just see it on my face when I start getting bored of someone or like to keep a conversation going. It just, I don't know.
I just think like, but again, it's in this property space. It's this idea of being a business owner. You it's not a mask, but you go out there, especially as a young business owner.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, when you start young, you're like, I need people to respect me. I need people to take me seriously. I need people to not view me as this 23-year-old business owner. So you're like stepping into all of this, but then you're not true to yourself. And I think one of my problems was my best friends, who I love to pieces, aren't business owners.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get it in your head, you're like, oh, I need people who get being a business owner.
Yeah.
But then you don't, because like Julia, Julia, biggest cheerleader on the planet.
Yeah.
Like she is the hype.
I love Julia.
She's a legend. This girl, right? I could tell her like I bought a muffin today, and she'd be like, "Yes, you did. Like you're amazing." Like she just loves everything.
Yeah.
And you tell her like your successes. Like the girls were the reason for my success because they were hyping me up. They were like seeing something in that, and I think I had to go back to my really close friends who knew me from like years ago as well.
That's really important, because I feel like that's kind of not the phase of what I've gone through as well, but I feel like what I've mentioned about friendships, I think I've started to learn that you do need to have people around you who are businessy, that will push you and that you can go to. But also it's like when it comes to friends, because some of my friends, they all do different things. Some of them have just got normal jobs. They're very happy in that or whatever else. But loving someone for who they are and what they do rather than kind of like transactional, like I said. And I think because I've got friends in all different areas, like they'll either inspire me or make me laugh or they're all different reasons. And I feel like it's really important to have those people that do know you and do know other versions of you. But I think with me, I've been a bit more selective over people who will celebrate me and who, because even if they are not doing business or whatever themselves, for them to still be fully, what's the word? Happy for you without an agenda, like you've said, I think is really important.
Yeah, I think it's key. Like it's the people who hype you up, the people who are there when you're in the shit as well as when you're up there. And like, don't get me wrong, like I needed my business friends. Like I needed, even, do you know what, when I was going through some stuff, the girls would be amazing because they'd be like, you know, you need to think about your emotions and you need to like take some time for you. And that was brilliant. But equally, if I'd have just had them that whole time, I probably would have done nothing, because I'd be like, I'm going to sit here and think about my emotions and I'm going to really go into it and I'm going to do that. Whereas I needed like the guys that I was working with to be like,
come on now.
Okay, let's crack on now, Ellen. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to make money? I needed that balance of the two to be successful. But I think you really have to have the people who care about you. And like even now, like the people who care about me, I've said to them like, I need you to call me out if you see anything. Like especially with, you know, when the business was growing, I was like, I need you to call me out if I get an ego. Like, because you do get it. It's bollocks to say you don't get an ego when you start being successful. You do kind of step into that. And I'm very like, it's very important to me now that I have the people who can be like, what are you doing? What are you saying?
I don't
like,
ever think I've thought of you and thought she's got a really big ego.
I've really like tried to make sure that's my worry.
She's one of the most humblest, like lovely, just like I've never seen you as being someone that has an ego.
Oh, I
like,
love that.
Never.
Thank you.
Never. I think that's one of the reasons probably why I like you a lot as well.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that, I'm her kind of vibe. Do you get what I mean? You get you're still like, I'm that girl, period, but you don't get the like, I won't speak to you, I won't give you time of day, like kind of vibe. Like, I've never got that.
But I think we all start somewhere, and I always genuinely actually want to help people. Like when someone says they're starting out, I'm like, okay, like what's the plan? Like where are you going with this? Like I actually love watching people's journeys.
Do you know over the past few months while you've been traveling and stuff, what do you think you found hard, like being out there?
I had to really get used to being on my own.
Okay.
Like, so going back to everything, like obviously when I started a business, I started it with my partner at the time. So I had the business, me and him, always people around you. Then that ended and I started the business on my own, and I had to get used to having a business on my own. And I feel like if I'm
At that point, did you go and live back with family?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved
So you
back
still
with
had
family.
people around you
So I
on a
moved back with
day-to-day basis?
family for a bit, and then I got a flat on my own.
Okay.
And that's, I think, when it all dipped, when I got the flat on my own. I was like, I've isolated myself from all my friends, all my family, and like, I'm in this little bubble.
Yeah.
But I reached a point where I felt like I couldn't be on my own. So I'd be like ringing people to fill the silence. Like I'd be in situations that I probably shouldn't have been in.
Okay.
That sounds really dodgy when I say that.
Yeah,
I was speaking. I was speaking to people that I probably when. Okay, I need to just say it as it is, because that's just the best way to do this. I'd put myself where like I'd be like disrespected, let's say.
Okay.
And I'd allow it because I was just craving like
attention.
People, not even attention, because attention like sounds positive. Just people to speak to. So when you're in a place that's not necessarily right for you, but you stay there.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Okay.
Because I just did not want to be on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I knew that was wrong. Like, you can't do something because you don't want to be on your own.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the biggest hopeless romantic on the planet, right? Like, I genuinely believe in Disney. Like, I'm like, Prince Charming is out there and he is gonna find me. But I really said to myself, like, you are gonna pick the wrong people. And I think in business and in personal life this happens.
That's very important.
You're gonna pick the wrong people if you are craving people around you. Whereas when I went away, I had to, like, the first, I think 8 weeks I was in these big group traveling trips. That was amazing. And it was like, I rediscovered who I was, like, who is Ellen McDonald, like, without the business, because no one traveling cares if you've got a business. Like, that's boring to a lot of people. So it was like, who is Ellen at her core again, which was lovely. But then it was like, when I went to Bali, I did 6 weeks on my own.
Oh.
I knew one person there.
Okay.
And I would like get up, read a book, go to the gym, like try dance classes. I was just trying all these new activities. Yeah, I tried every new
forgot
activity.
we was speaking about classes and stuff that we was doing.
I was like, oh, let's try a hip hop class. Cannot. I've got a video.
Do you know Ellen's music taste as well, guys? Yeah. Bearing in mind, my music taste, I don't know about amazing. Like, let's say if we was to go to a club or somewhere, I would like a bit of, let's say, R&B, a bit of bashment, a bit of something.
I do like R&B.
But like Ellen likes the proper white girl wasted music, like the pop world and the that.
I want
like,
80s, 90s, no. I want a song where you go.
But I love that about you, because you won't ever. Do you know how some people are like, they shy away their music taste? Yeah. You're like, no, this is what I like.
Oh
this
no,
is who
I look like an idiot in the club. I'm like, one, I can't dance it well, and I'm singing every word. Like, my heart is in the song, and I'm having the best time. But again, like, I feel like you go out for you.
Yeah.
That's probably the moment that I'm most me, when I'm out in like a club, because I'm like, I just want to sing and dance and like listen to it. I want to dance with somebody comes on, and I'm like, we're in the zone.
Yeah.
But like,
because you even messaged me saying that because I go kickboxing, you were saying that did you try a kickboxing class
I said
or
I
something?
need to try it. So that's what I need to try, because I need to, like,
You were trying all these classes.
Yeah, I tried everything, because I was like, again, I was on this discovering who I was. And so I got used to being on my own. I got used to not having to pick up the phone and like ring someone just to have a conversation. Like, I didn't need people around me. Like, I'd ring my family like practically every day, because I love my family. Like, I'm going to speak to them all the time. They were probably sick of me as well at that point. But like, I didn't need anything from anyone. I just needed to be like with my own thoughts and not push them away, not like have the business as a distraction, just actually, what do I want? Where am I at? What do I need to work on with me? Like, what? I was looking at some of my things, like just the way I was, and I was like, I just don't see this as who I want to be anymore. So then I think that's what traveling did for me. It made me be like, it made me turn in on myself and focus on me. And it's like, when you went through your breakup, I think we did it very differently with breakups. I think you went through your breakup and you were like, this is my time as a Lima. Like, I'm going to switch off from the world and I am going to work on myself. Whereas I went through my breakup and I was like, I'm going to go full force on business and I'm going to grow a very successful business and I'm going to prove to myself that I can do this on my own. Do
you know what though, Ellen? I physically, like, I think this is where it was a very big blessing in disguise at the time, but also in business-wise, because I think that's when I had to take a step back. But I think when I properly started therapy, I just realised that, like, it wasn't even, I think the breakup was like probably the tip of the iceberg for me, but I feel like I had so much built up over that many years that I just actually needed to process mentally what I was going through. But also that, I think how you break up and your idea and your version of love is what you were missing or wanting as a child. So yeah, I just was thinking like, why is it that I wanted that or that ideal or any of that? And I think it took some time. So obviously I just spent some time by myself. And to be honest, I don't think I've still had a dating era. Like I know I was dating that one guy and I have been on a few dates with someone recently, but like you've mentioned, becoming that version of yourself, I think because I dated him while I was still in that era of figuring out myself, I don't think it was necessarily right. Whereas, so for example, let's just say, since we're just having this open and honest conversation, when previously, I don't think I think emotionally he was there for me, but that manly factor of wants to do this or treat me right or do all of that wasn't there. So I think when I dated someone else and they were doing it, like I'm not going to lie, the dates were there, the flowers were there, the food was at my door. Like if, let's just say I didn't ask for money, but they sent me money, go and do this, go and buy that, whatever else, all of that was there. And I think I figured out it's like a medium of both of what I was kind of looking for. But I think for me, what I am, because I'm not perfect as well, I think what I'm looking for is someone to just openly say like, I want to achieve something. I just want to become the best version of myself. I think that's all I'm really looking for. And I think as women or some of my friends or online, we've got this ideal of what that person has to look like, where they have to be in their career, how much money they need to earn and all of that. And I think it's more like I would prefer someone who is, let's say, real. Do you get what I mean? On that journey. And it's because that's how I am. And I think I've struggled because networking, or like how you mentioned about like dating apps and stuff, I've never been on a dating app. You'll never see me on a dating app,
Good idea, they're terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like that element of networking profession, I still can't fully vibe with some people like that. And I feel like I needed, because we grew up together, so we kind of related. I feel like I would want someone that I can relate to, but also go be professional with. Or so I think it's finding that.
Finding the person.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I think, like, I know for me, as I said, like, you've got to become that person that, and then they just align with you. So it's like you're just on the journey of who Alima's becoming. Yeah. And then they come along. Because I think with it now, and I remember someone said it ages ago to one of my friends, and they were like, if you met the guy of your dreams right now, he wouldn't want to date you because you're not where you want to be. And I think that's what's like when you focus on yourself and you're like, okay, what do I want from life? What do I want my ideal partner to look like? Who do I need to be to get that ideal partner?
What does your ideal partner look
like?
Yeah, let's
here
go. Ellen McDonald, come on, get your...
Is this like...
Her DMs are going to be flowing after this.
Find a partner. I want to
Because she's an incredible person, by the way. Like, I would, if you're feeling it, you know, call in to gals like me. No, I'm joking, go on.
Honestly, for me, right, and I've like tried to figure this out recently, kindness is the most important. Like, you have to be kind. You have to be genuine. You have to get on well with my family. I think that's a key thing for me now, where if I look back at things, if you don't get on well with my family, like, why is that? Because family means everything to me. Yeah. So like there's going to be a disconnect. That's not going to work. It's interesting because I want someone who I can lean on, and then they can lean on me. Like, we both have drive, we both have ambition, we're both going for whatever we want to go for. I don't know what that looks like for them. I don't really care what it looks like for them. Like, that's their career, their path isn't important to me. Yeah. But they need to have ambition. They need, for whatever it is that they're like passionate about. I want them to be close with their family. Yeah. Because as I said, family means everything to me. Financially, it's a really interesting one because...
It's hard, isn't it? This gets me every time.
Someone said to me once, the problem with... I feel like loads of men are going to hate this. The problem with successful women is that you actually like lower your dating pool, because some guys don't like a successful woman. Like some guys, for whatever reason, it doesn't work.
I don't
for
think
them.
it's that they don't like a successful woman. I don't think I've ever met a man who doesn't like an ambitious woman.
Yeah.
I think because I was having this conversation with one of my best friends who's a male,
Yeah.
and he was saying like, let's just say people were speaking about me saying, you know, I've had a glow up and I look good and whatever else. And then they were having a conversation like they wouldn't even want to approach me because of what type of girl I am. Do you get what I mean? And they
As
know,
in, like, they'd be rejected for it, or...
yeah, essentially. Like there, and I feel like that pool gets smaller for ambitious women because I just feel like, not that, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and you know that. Like, you're not always going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I feel like if you are ambitious or if you do put yourself out there, there's going to be guys thinking like, oh, I need to be at a certain level or have my shit together to a certain degree to be with someone like that.
But I think you always should have your shit together. Like, you're gonna grow as two people. That's my view. Like, I'm not gonna be fully perfect or healed before I meet ideal partner, but there has to be the growth that you've done on yourself before you go to it.
But I feel like because we were speaking about financial, like for example, if you meet a guy now when you're like, okay, I've made 40 grand in a month and stuff.
Yeah.
As a man.
Yeah.
To feel like a man, because a lot of men feel like they need to provide for their woman and they want to do da. So I think if you're speaking monetary terms, that's when men will get turned off.
Yeah, because they want to be... I think because men want to be providers.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think they want to be Like, men have always been providers.
I actually believe that men feel good when they are providing, like, I've done that for my girl, or I want to take her here, or I want to, generally men feel good doing that kind of stuff.
And women enjoy being treated.
Of course, but I just feel like when it comes to the dating side of things, it's like, it's a hard one. But I personally, I don't feel like they're turned off by ambitious women, because I've never spoke to a guy that's ever said like, oh, I don't like you, or I'm not attracted to you because you're trying to do that. It's more like, I'm attracted to you, but I already know that I wouldn't have a chance with you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But this is why I like the conversations, and I like when you talk to like the opposite sex about it, because I feel like we all say
having
one
male
thing
friends
and
does
then
actually traumatize you, because you learn all their tricks. Yeah, you learn all their tricks. I've got trust issues because of some of my male friends.
But it's good to see like the other.
Because also what one of my friends was saying to me, because you know with the whole dating thing, like we as women, we're like, we want flowers and we want this and we want, you know, taken to the nicest and fanciest restaurants and whatever else. And I do like that. Like every girl likes getting treated like that.
Yeah.
But what he also said is, he's like, Lima, when I've been on some of the most expensive dates and done the 100 bouquets of flowers and whatnot, it's all because I know I'm going to have sex with the girl.
Wow, we're really going down a different path with this podcast now.
Yeah.
So you know that you're ruining it for me, you're ruining romance for me right now.
But he's like, I know that I will be able to have, it's a quicker way to essentially have sex with a girl. So I sat there thinking, he's like, when I really like a girl, I will just want to do random stuff with her because I'm thinking about her. Like, I want to take her for coffee, or I want to just say, let's go for a walk in the park, or whatever. And I think that's, to get his perspective on that, I was like, oh, okay, this is very different.
I think it's like loads of different things. One, I think you have to be really careful the person that you're talking to. Because I remember I spoke to like a few guys about like dating and women and whatever, and they said certain things, and I was like, oh, this is how men think. And then I met this other guy, and I like mentioned what they had said, and they were all like, no, like that's not true at all. So I think we have to be careful, obviously, like who
you go to advice, 100%.
But I know for me, like my love language is gift giving, right? I love a gift.
Do
right?
you?
Yeah, that's how I
give
or
love
receive both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you're going through a tough time, like you get a care package. Like I love gifts.
That's really cute.
But people make the mistake of thinking like that's a high financial thing. My favorite gifts,
the little things,
have been cost like nothing. Like when my nan passed away, one of my best friends dropped off at the door all my favorite chocolates, like tea bags, because I said we've like ran out of like I couldn't sleep. I told my friend I couldn't sleep, and she was like, it was these tea that help you like go to sleep, like chamomile or whatever.
Yeah.
All my favorite chocolates. And she literally said, it's on the doorstep. You don't even have to answer the door right now. Like it's there. That's when I say gift giving, that's a gift to me. Like if you spent loads of money on me very early on, I'd be like, what, why? Why would you? I mean, I'd be flattered, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not financial. It's listening to the pair. Like,
I think the attention to detail, and I think because I'm kind of like in the middle to you. So I know you said you're not really a brandy person, but I feel like
you like a brand,
like I do. Like
you
I'm not,
do like,
I'm
which
not
is
gonna
fine.
stun.
That's fine.
But I think it's more like attention to detail that I like. So for example, like when I have been on a date before, I don't know to go into detail, but like they literally took me to this restaurant for breakfast and was like, I just know that you're going to love the architecture and the design of this building and the interior.
I love that.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
I
like,
love that.
I'm dating someone now, and it's like they're like, I know that you like this little thing, or that's right up your street, or all that's that, because I think that's the way to woo me. Because I know when some people say like one of my love languages is, for example, like what you've just said, I'm an ultimate lover girl. Like I think all 5 love languages are mine. Like I love everything. Like I can't pick one.
Really?
I can't pick one.
No, mine is very distinct. Like,
is it?
Yeah.
No, I can't pick one. Like I just love all of them. That's why I just feel like I'm an ultimate lover girl. But I don't know. I just feel like it is hard.
Yeah.
Like it is hard. And how have you found dating? Like obviously traveling, like
I've really not like it. I said to myself, this year is the year of Ellen, so I wanted to just kind of focus on me. I've like really was in a point before where I was like really craving a relationship, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, it's not that it's not important to me, but it's more about like my, what's it called? Like my relationship with myself right now. But I feel like I've completely lost my train of thought. The minute I bring up relationships, I'm like, oh my God. I think I just need to figure out who I am first before I get properly into a relationship.
So what is it that you are focusing on now? Like the Ellen that you're building now, what is feeling in alignment to you, and what is it that you want to do now? Obviously, you've established a name for yourself in property. You've got a very good reputation. Like you said, before we even started editing, my girl said, I don't even get clients from social media. I just am word of mouth. Like she's a word of mouth babes. Okay. Like if you know, you know. But yeah, like what's what for you?
Professionally, I'm growing my portfolio and I'm still helping clients grow theirs, but it's just not the push. And it's just, I'm trying to learn how to have work-life balance. I'm trying to learn how to go back into full force in work mode, but without risking burnout again. That's what's important to me. Just figuring out what I like, figuring out what's non-negotiables for me, figuring out what I like, getting my voice strong enough to say no when I don't want to do something, rather than trying to people please. Like that's the journey that I feel like I'm on at the moment.
Yeah.
In the past, I used to say yeah when I knew the answer was no. And I don't want that for me anymore. I want it to be saying the right thing. And what actually excites me is empowering women. Like,
really?
Yeah, honestly, I light up talking
Listen,
about
Ellen
it.
on a stage, get this girl on a stage. Like, she is just, honest to God, every time I listen to Unstoppable, I think of you.
Honestly.
Every time I listen to I'm Unstoppable, that is still like my song for you.
I love that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's what I think. I think because I know what it's like to hide, and I know what it's like to not step into your power and be who, like, and you said it before about like you knew you were kind of made for more.
Yeah.
Like I think I would hope that everyone deep down thinks that they're made for more.
I think, do you know what? I honestly think everyone does.
Everyone should.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then I really, really want them to.
Yeah.
But I know that everyone can step into this bigger version of life. And I don't necessarily mean owning a business. I just mean feeling fulfilled in your life, stepping up, not like saying no when you, not saying yes when you want to say no, actually being who you want to be. And I think every woman can get there, but every woman kind of, well, not everyone, but some women take themselves out of it. And I want to help people actually step into the best version of themselves and feel aligned. And again, it's why
when you're speaking about it, you're already
I love
up.
It actually, like,
I love it.
It really excites me, because it's like when I look at someone, I'm like, I can see what you can't see in yourself. And I needed that for me, Alima. Like, I'll hold my hands up and like thank Al, because he saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't seen that, would I have stepped into this? I don't know, but I want to do that for other people, where I go, you can't see how incredible you are, but I know you can do this, and I believe in you until you believe in yourself. That's what lights me up. But when we said about traveling, that's another reason why I had to go. I had a conversation with Tom before I left.
Yeah.
And he was like, you want to empower women, you want to inspire women. And I said, I do. And I feel like I can. Like, if you came to me, I could hype you up. I could, you know, help you get there. But I wasn't doing that for myself. And that's inauthentic. It's like all these people who go and mentor people when they've got one rent to rent.
Yeah.
It's not authentic. You've not earned your stripes.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell you to step into this most powerful version of yourself and like grab life and start enjoying it if I'm not feeling that myself?
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to go away and be like, I've now come back saying there was things I got rid of, there was things I sacrificed, there was big steps that I had to take to be the version I am now. And this version can authentically tell someone that they can have the life that they want and show them the steps to get there, because I have done it for myself. So yeah, that's what this era looks like for me.
The girls like me that are going to be watching now, when they are kind of, because there's going to be a lot of girls that will be able to relate to this episode 100% in terms of like stepping in and feeling in alignment, figuring out who you are. What advice would you give for the girls like me that are looking to kind of step into alignment, but they're not fully there yet?
I think you really have to actually take a step back to take a step forward. You have to stop chasing whatever you're chasing in life. I feel like that's the first step. Like, stop looking to the future in the way that you are.
Yeah.
Pause for a minute and be like, what do I actually want from life? What is, you know, my ideal version of my future? And then be brutally honest with yourself and be like, why am I not there yet? What do I need to do to get there?
Yeah.
I think the hardest part sometimes is, what do I need to get rid of to be there? What do I have to say no to? Because I think sometimes we just say yes to everything that comes our way, and sometimes you need to take that step back and just trust that you can do it. Every person, right? I think we often
Right.
but every person like takes himself out the game when you can do it. You have to go, right, I'm going to believe in myself today, right? I'm going to go and do what I have to do. And I'm going to realize that I'm going to get there slowly. It's a process. Am I the version that I want to be? Yeah. No, but what do I do every day to get to that version of myself? And it comes with being honest to yourself and making moves.
Yeah.
It's that line between, okay, yeah, I want to light a candle and I sit there and I want a vision board and I want to figure out what my life looks like. And I love that. Like, people who don't like vision boards, I get it, because a lot of people go, I'm going to create the vision board and hope that the world just gives me the vision. Like, it's like, if you heard that girl where she you can't pray to catch the bus and then walk to the bus stop.
Yeah, I like that.
You've got to have both. So you sit there, you think, what is this life that I want? How do I go out and get it? What's a step I can do every single day to become that person? And then go for, like, run for the bus. Sprint.
Okay, so there was a few things in that.
Yeah.
Main thing was taking a step back.
Yes.
Second one was, what do you need to get rid of?
Yeah.
And then third one was, what can you do every day?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you those three questions.
Oh, okay.
In terms of taking a step back.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've gone traveling.
Yeah, I took my...
What are you going to do now currently?
I took my step back, and now I'm ready to go full force on the more of the, like, empowering women side of things. The stuff that actually makes me happy. Again, happiness is important to me.
Yeah.
What actually makes me happy. I love helping investors. It's great. I'll continue to do that. But my happiness comes from helping other people get to where they want to get to.
Perfect. Number two. You mentioned what do you need to get rid of?
Do you know what? I actually think there's nothing in my life that I need to get rid of right now.
I love that for you.
But I do want to make one point on that, because I think when you say that, I know people will listen and be like, oh, you've got to get rid of, like, people in your life. Sometimes it's getting rid of parts of yourself.
Ooh,
like, it's not just
Ellen.
no, but it isn't. It's not just other people. It's
true.
like, what's the part of me that I am not? If you got a screen up and played parts of your life right now, what parts would you be like, yeah, I'm doing well? And what parts would you be like, please fast forward and skip through that?
Oh, I'm going to rewatch my own podcast back, and I'm really going to think about this episode. And then number three, what was number three? What are you doing each day?
What am I doing each day now? At the moment, my thing is, like, what am I doing to actually sort myself out with health and fitness? So like, because I neglected that when I had the business, so I'm like going to the gym, trying to get stronger, having fun with that, and actually taking steps for what I want in life. So like, this empowering women. What am I doing each day to empower myself, and what am I doing each day to, like, empower other people? I think that's probably where I'm at, and fix systems in my business. 'Cause if your
Okay.
business doesn't have systems, you can't do it.
Run,
It's
yeah.
the same as when people say, I'm not passionate about property. Okay, but is property the vehicle that gets you to do what you are passionate about?
Yeah.
Because I think about empowering women. If I didn't have this business that was making me the money to take the risk on something that might not pay me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that, Ellen. I'm really going to sit there and think about that today.
Do it. Sit. Think about it. It's
I
all
do.
like got to work on yourself, haven't you? Like it's when you work on you, everything else comes into place. Because it's what we said before about everyone like hustle and grind. You work on the external, but you'll only get so far when you actually like focus on you.
Yeah.
Then you go. It's proven it in me traveling. The business grew much quicker in 6 months than it grew in 2 years.
That's insane.
Like crazy. Why? Because I was happy and because I actually wanted it.
Yeah.
So then I went out and got it.
Yeah. Love this for you. And I really love this new era. Like, I am so here for this, and all the girls that have been coming on the podcast recently. Like, it's just so nice to see. And I cannot wait for the next year for you to see like where you are, women empowerment. I feel like we need to really do something and put something in together. That would be fab.
And this is the thing as well, just one final point. I think sometimes everyone tries to do everything on their own. But like if you want like women to be empowered, it's about collaboration. It's about all coming together for the same cause.
100%. About community. But yeah, I think that is going to be a really nice place to end the podcast, girls. I really hope that you have found this episode very helpful. Like, obviously Ellen has built up a very really beautiful business life for herself, and she's still obviously growing, and I think we've had a lot of real points that has been made in this podcast episode. But yeah, thank you, Ellen, for coming on the podcast. I really enjoyed it. I will see you on the next episode, girls. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all platforms, because it will really help us grow and get more fantastic guests on. If you don't know already, obviously, girls like me, we are growing. We do want to share our real experiences, real voices. So let's get us out there. We will see you on the next episode. Can't get words out. We will see you on the next episode, girls. Bye.